Well, good morning, everybody. I was given the task of trying to summarize what Sumit and his team just talked about. I don't think I'm going to do that because he did an excellent job at summarizing it himself at the end. But maybe if there's nothing else that you've taken from this morning and actually yesterday's sessions as well, maybe it's three things. It's what's possible in the platform today. We've talked a bit about what customers and indeed Teradata ourselves are doing with our current platform. What's coming in the near future? What you can rely on in terms of Teradata's investments and plans, and of course the role that we play in the ecosystems, the complex ecosystems that you're all running, and our commitment to playing an important part in that ecosystem. And we're going to dig a bit more into two of those topics in this session today. We talked at the beginning about our sponsors and the importance that we put in how we work with the people that you partner with as you deliver solutions to the businesses that rely on the work that you do. And that's what we're going to talk about today, as well as digging in to one of our key customers and what innovation they drive on our platform. So it's my great pleasure to introduce Chris Grusz, Managing Director of Technology Partnerships at AWS, and Russell Schibetti, Senior Vice President of Strategy and Business Intelligence at the New York Giants, to join me on stage. Chris, thanks for being here. Russell, thank you. All right, so for those of you that were paying attention last year, you'll know that Chris and I had a chat last year, but a lot has happened since then. And Russell, you've been at this event a few times before as well, so it's great to have you both back here. We've got lots to talk about and really not very much time. So Chris, I'm going to start with you. Okay. Every day it feels like AWS are announcing something new in the AI and cloud space. There's a lot going on, and even in the 12 months since we last spoke, when we touched on a lot of interesting topics, a lot has happened. So maybe you can share with us AWS's vision for AI and the ongoing transformation.
Yeah, great, and thanks for having me back. So hopefully I didn't screw up things too much last year. So
well, we invited you back. So,
but what Amazon is trying to do is put AI in the hands of everyone. We want to put AI in the hands of our developers, every organization, every enterprise that wants to access this new set of technology. And we have a very focused strategy that really starts at the ground up. And so we have dedicated instance types that we are building that have dedicated chipsets. So we have inferential and Trainium. These are chips that are exclusive to Amazon. They're only available on AWS, and they come out of our own chip manufacturing capabilities. And they are customized specifically for training and doing inference workloads on top of the cloud. And so we start there. We have these dedicated instance types that we make available for our developers and all of our enterprise customers. And then on top of that, we put a number of frameworks in place. So we have Amazon Bedrock, which is our framework for distributing foundational models. And we've always had kind of the selection experience as like a key part of our strategy. And that's quickly panning out to be the right strategy. As you're seeing, there's multimodal type of approaches that are going on. And so we distribute models from Anthropic, OpenAI, AI21, Cohere. When new models come on the scene like DeepSeek, you're going to see those available in Amazon Bedrock. And then to actually go develop these Gen AI solutions, we have Amazon Bedrock Agent Core, which we announced at New York Summit. Yeah. And Amazon Bedrock Agent Core provides you with that framework to do everything that you need in terms of developing an agentic solution. So it provides the compute capacity, the instance types, the memory allocation that you need. It includes the identity components, the observability components, security. Everything that you need to go build an agentic solution is available via Amazon Bedrock Agent Core. And so you put those two together with Amazon Bedrock to get those models, Amazon Bedrock Agent Core to go build those things, and it gives you a great foundation. Yeah. And then for customers that just want something that they want to grab and go quickly, that's where we introduce our Q franchise, which we have Q Business, which is our chatbot experience. So if you just want to integrate a natural language chatbot into your applications, you can easily do that with Q Business. And then we have Q Developer, which is our code augmentation tool. So if you're doing development and you want to have a code assistant sitting side by side that's doing your documentation or actually doing code generation, Q Developer can do that. And then Q Index is how we tie that all together. Yeah. And then, of course, we then have a key storyline with AWS Marketplace, which at New York Summit, we announced our Agent and Tools Marketplace as well. And it's our largest marketplace launch to date, where we have over 1,000 listings now in that catalog. And that's agents that are available, ready to go. There's tools to go develop those agents. There's software that has embedded agents. And then there's also professional services in there. So if you want someone to actually wire this all up, we've already curated that catalog down to a very set number of system integrators. So you put that all together, it's a great kind of framework from the ground up with instance types. We provide those frameworks, we provide customized applications, and then a key way to monetize those solutions via AWS Marketplace, which is also integrated to Amazon Bedrock.
Yeah, and we've had this partnership for many years now, and I think it manifests itself in how we go to market together. It manifests itself in how our engineers collaborate on the core kind of platform integrations, and also in that application and services space as well, the work that we do together. Your role is interesting, though, because you get to see multiple ISVs operating in the AWS ecosystem. Yeah. What is it about the relationship with Teradata that stands out for you in terms of the value we bring?
Yeah, it's interesting because Teradata is a well-known entity for enterprise data warehousing, moving of data, and really running that data at enterprise scale. And that's something that AWS takes a lot of pride in as well. Like we have the ability to run compute across the globe. We're the first cloud provider, and we really provide that enterprise level cloud capability to our customers. And so as we start to look at as we start to go forward with Gen AI, the partners that you pick become super critical, right? We're well past the days of just doing that experimentation. People are now trying things out. They're moving them into production, and we're seeing more and more generative AI applications move to production today than we ever have in the past. And so having that right partner together is very important. And so when you really look at the combination of Teradata, who has this enterprise strength, knows how to handle data, knows how to do mission critical data, and you combine that with what's going on with AWS, which is providing that resilient cloud experience that allows you to scale up or down as needed and provide a platform to run large data workloads. It's an awesome combination. Yeah. And it's really critical because, like I said, we're kind of going away from using the analogy of where we've been practicing this stuff and now we're going all the way into production. It's kind of like a practice game going to Monday Night Football. It's prime time now, and that's why you need to have these key partners to move forward with.
Well, that's a very natural segue where that came across. When we think about bringing this partnership to life and innovation, I mean, the work that we do with the giants, both of us with your organization, Russell, is, I think, a great example of that. Before we dive into that, though, Russell, maybe you could just talk a little bit about your role at the giants.
Sure. Thank you for having me. I feel very lucky to have the role that I do at the Giants. The Giants, last year we just celebrated our 100th season of football, so we have one of this anchor franchises in the league, all this amazing history in the greatest market in the world. And about 5-6 years ago, when I joined the organization, there was a concerted effort to modernize the business side. Our 4 pillars of being digital first, growth-oriented, customer-centric, and my role being data-driven. Yeah. And so it presented this amazing opportunity to build out a group on the business side of the organization that collaborates with every other line of business, ticketing, sponsorship, marketing, really tapping into the power of data and technology to move the business forward.
Now, as an Englishman who actually invented football, it pains me a little bit to hear you talking about football. Yeah. But I'll get over it. I'll get over it.
It's okay.
It's fine. It's fine.
Exactly.
Maybe you could talk a bit about the use cases. So, I mean, that's a great scene setting for what the role is, but how does that actually come to life in real world?
Yeah, I mean, there's a number of use cases. I mean, on one end, we manage a lot of key platforms from our data warehouse and our CDP, our marketing automation system. We're responsible for anything related to data analysis. So that's going to be dashboarding, predictive modeling. One of the first big projects we did with Teradata was a really in-depth clustering model initiative and understanding different segments of our fan population. A lot around revenue management, ticket pricing is a key area, fan research, partner research. There's any number of use cases, but really at the end of the day, it's making us smarter, making better decisions off of this wealth of data that we've been able to put together.
Yeah. No, it's a super cool story, and we've been part of that as well. And it would be good, I think, to talk to the audience too. You got some pretty cool projects, but what were some of the challenges that you kind of faced as you went on this journey, right? It didn't quite fit together all the way, and so you kind of had some things that you had to overcome, and it would be great to have you share that with the audience as well.
Yeah, from a complexity perspective, I think the unique thing about sports, and I've talked about this in the past, how sports is almost like an industry made up of little mini industries, and every mini industry comes with at least one, if not more than one, different data feed. So ticketing, marketing, sponsorships, media, radio. We're a B2B company and a B2C company, e-commerce, retail, concessions. So the biggest fundamental challenge of connecting all that disparate information is number one, but we've been able to do that, getting that into our enterprise warehouse, resolving customer identity in our CDP, having that data all land in Redshift, and having seamless connectivity between Redshift and Teradata, where now we have this powerful analytics capabilities that we are running on top of everything. Everything's connected through Query Grid in real time, so anything we need to do, anything we need to measure or model, is at our fingertips.
And what comes next? I mean, what excites you about the future? You've delivered a huge amount. I mean, even in the year since I think you were last here, a lot of value has been created. But what are you excited about in the future?
Oh, when I think about the future, I think about it two ways. I think about it the business, like how are you hitting our business objectives, and I think about the fan, because you don't have sports without thinking about the fan. So on the business side, we've been on a great job building a lot of trust in our systems, getting people to change their decision-making process, really lean into using the recommendations and the data. But with that comes more expectations. And to me, that comes down also to speed. So take something like ticket pricing and revenue. There's always things changing on the secondary market in real time. Yeah. So how are we being responsive to what's happening, what the demand is, what's upcoming games are looking like? So we've been able to put a lot of effort into what we call our run rate model, where we're looking at all different types of tickets for all games across the entire season. That has gotten so much faster, migrated into Teradata, using Teradata ML. That model refreshes every morning in less than a minute now. So we have, from a business objective, really accurate forecasting, more than we've ever had right there at our fingertips. And then from the fan perspective, as much as we're sitting on this amazing trove of data on behavior, I love sentiment and actual feedback from the customer. One of the greatest things about sports is fans will tell you everything they love and the things they might not love as well. But that's great. That's great information for us to have. So now we've had this great opportunity to lean into large language models. And we're running all of our voice of the fan feedback through LLMs inside Teradata, so we can find trends and be responsive to them faster than we ever have before, and giving that feedback to our game operations team, our marketing team, to really make sure that the fans know we're listening to them.
It's really interesting. As a supporter of a failing English football team, I have a lot of sentiment. Probably doesn't need a lot of analysis at my level, but it's great to hear what you're doing. Russell, thanks for sharing that. And the story has evolved so much, actually, in the couple of years that you've been meeting with us. I mean, moving into LLMs, moving into that sentiment analysis at scale, that fan interaction. And of course, one of the really exciting things for us, we talked yesterday about customer intelligence framework. Most of our customers have customers. Well, some of our customers have fans, and the analysis that you're doing for fans is very, I think, similar to the analysis that we see happening with customers across the enterprise. Chris, what are you excited about for the year ahead? What are you looking forward to?
I mean, you kind of heard Russell articulate this a little bit, but we're seeing AI in terms of that customer experience. It's really becoming a powerful way for customers to transform that relationship they have between their enterprise and who their consumer is. Whether it's NFL and it's a fan, it could be a financial institution and it's a customer, it could be a healthcare organization and a patient. And so we're seeing this transformation across all industries. And generative AI is really up-leveling that experience. You just look at how people interface with things like a chatbot experience, where it's much more natural language now. And we're getting all kinds of intelligent workflows that are occurring as a result. Those workflows are also becoming a key thing that we're seeing as this really unfolds. So you're no longer going to just see kind of like a monolithic agent that does everything, but you're seeing more and more of these agentic networks, where you might have an agent, to go in the NFL terms, that's doing, here's the ticket pricing, here's the one that's doing fan sentiment, here's another one that's doing, the weather for an away game. And all these agents are working together in conjunction with a human. And so you're seeing these agentic networks really start to pop up in a really material way. And that's happening across the industry, which is a really cool experience to see. So we're really excited. We think that we're just scratching the surface at this point, and there's going to be a lot of cool innovation around the corner here. So
yeah, what's really exciting about what you've both said is the alignment between that and what Sumit talked about today and yesterday in terms of our vision for this highly scaled, high volume portfolio of agents that are never sleeping, that are running against business problems and business analysis, that require this infrastructure that can support them at real scale and with real reliability, those foundations that we rely on. So I'm excited to spend more time with you. We could talk for longer today. We're getting the hook. So gentlemen, it's great to have both of you here. Chris, thanks for the partnership. We really appreciate it. And Russell, thanks for everything that we do together. We really appreciate that partnership too.
Likewise.
Thank you very much.